I'm just getting set up, guys. Please say hello as soon as you enter. Please also go to the description box to see how this whole thing works. Remember, the $25 is in Canadian currency. So if you are paying with a different currency, it should be either cheaper or more. But if you're American, it should be cheaper, okay? Just make sure that on the receiving end, it's $25 Canadian. I'm just checking that conversion, Asen. I'm just checking that conversion. You paid $23.99. That's gonna give. I don't know about that. What's 15% of 30% of 27? Let's see. What? 30% of, oh goodness. What is? Sorry guys, just give me a moment. Geez, what the heck? Percent of. Yeah, that will work. That will work. Yeah, that will work. That gets you one question. Hi, everyone. Okay. Yeah, that will work. That's for one question. Okay, I don't normally do super chats, guys. Please make sure you are going to the description box. I'm going to make my way over to PayPal right now to see if it's working. Just getting set up, guys. Okay, nobody as of yet. So anybody who's listening, if you are there right now, the list is basically nil. So you could be first. I would encourage you to get on that because I do fill up quickly. And it is limited spaces, okay? So let's bring forth the messages everyone who's going to book today needs to hear, not what they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very, very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. First, we have Asen. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. She wants to know about her next serious relationship. What I will tell you is the next serious relationship will be a serious relationship. Like, you will become a mother and a wife, okay? Like, this is the whole enchilada. Where's my other cards? Oh, here they are. Please make sure that you are also including your questions in the message box on PayPal, please. If you are making your way over there right now, get one card. Okay. So it looks like your next relationship, I don't know when that will be, but I will tell you that it's not going to be like a fly by the night. Okay. As long as he isn't broke, well, I'm not seeing anything in regards to his money here. What I will tell you though is that this is like a leveling up. Okay. This is a leveling up. You've got a ton of cards that point to how much work you've been doing. It's the next step in the journey for you. But it will come in at the exact point you decide to honestly forget about your next relationship. We've got the card of surrender. So it is very spontaneous with the Wheel of Fortune. It's an unexpected love. Not me, not anyone is going to be able to predict how it comes in. But you will know them when you see them. You know, you got the Queen of Wands here and the Hermit. You will feel guided to be with them. But it's interesting with these two cards. Actually, now I'm seeing a little bit, you know, like, listen, he will be a business owner. He will be very ambitious, but he may be in the process of building his empire when you come in. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be broke, but he's going to be in the process. So he will have money, but he's got a long way to go, or he has a way to go, and it's just going to get more and more and more. So very successful guy, but his material wealth will grow as you're with him. Now, this could also be a good thing because, you know, you coming in, you met him when he didn't really have as much as he had before. So he may trust you more. He may be like, you know, willing to stick with you because I do see him being very successful. Okay. Just give me a moment here. What is going on? Hold on. I'm going to keep reading for you. Give me a moment though. The hell is this? Okay, Khaled, you sent me a different amount than what is asked. What are you looking for with this amount? Are you looking for one question? Okay, I'm assuming one question. Thank you. Thank you for the generosity. Khaled, you are next. Okay. So yeah, this may make you a little bit more, you know, like he will have the loyalty towards you because as you met him, he was growing. Now, what I will say here is that as well, Seven of Wands, interesting. Clarifying on top of a Four of Wands. There could potentially be a lot of people who will be very jealous of this connection. You guys will definitely have to protect your union. Four of Wands tells me this is going to be a serious connection. This is not even just, this is not karmic. This is serious. You know, Four of Wands is the one, but like, okay, listen, if you've ever wanted the same reciprocal energy that you put into a relationship from your person, this person will do it. So they make you a priority. They guard against what you have. You know, like when you are protecting what you have at all costs, this person will be action oriented. So I'm not sure if you're used to like, hi, Empress. Do I do personals? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I through my Etsy shop, but I mean, this is a personal reading too. Hi, Lyran Kitten. I don't know if in the past you've been with low effort men. We're not looking at that here. Okay. So this is really nice. But patience is key because I feel like the universe is working on something wonderful for you and that takes time. One card for this new relationship. I just realized too, like you guys are like a perfect pair too, because Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Don't worry about zodiac signs, but we've got the pair here. So you guys are very similar as well. One card. There he is. Okay. He's also very hot. You know, he knows he's hot. He's a catch. Okay. He's a catch. But he's a dark male. I don't know how you feel about that. But yeah. Okay. So he's popping up out of the whole deck. He's showing his face. He is here. Okay, let me just go over here, guys. Let me just run through the list. Hold on. Okay, we've got Khaled for one, and then let me see what you're doing, Ray. Okay, Ray, you're doing two. Okay, so we're going to Khaled. So let's bring forth the messages they need to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Khaled, are you there? What kind of person was I at my core in my past life? Ooh, cool. Okay, what kind of person was Khaled in their past life at the core? Okay, Khaled, I just want to make sure, are you male? Because I know sometimes people pay under different accounts. Are you male? Just say yes or no to male. Okay, perfect. Who were you at the core? So what's interesting about this spread is I feel like you were, you know, I don't know why I'm hearing, like, I really don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing like Robin Hood. I don't know if you know the story of Robin Hood, a character as such. I'm not saying you were Robin Hood. I'm saying you were like Robin Hood. You were a little bit of like, you went against the norms. You went against whatever, anything, you know, was given to you, like a little bit of a rebel here. No, I don't. No legal matters, no medical readings. Sorry. I don't know what it is about this past life, but you're like going in the opposite of direction of whatever is expected of you. I don't know if this is even like your upbringing. I don't know if this is what was expected of you. I don't know if this is a societal thing, but you affected change and you helped. You helped a lot of people in your past life. A lot of people. You were like even putting yourself on the line sometimes for people. This could be, you know, like someone who's not afraid of death at all, but wants to bring about change, but also help the less fortunate. You know, I'm going to tell you another thing about this life that is being shown to me. There were like stories passed on about you, okay? There were like your legacy led on or carried on. People used to tell stories about you and some bold move that you made. I don't know if there was like, I am hearing the word heist, Heist, I don't know if you performed a heist. And I'm also hearing rob Peter to give to Paul. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Like, I feel like you robbed from the rich or you took from the rich. And it may not even be about money to give to the poor. So I'm getting Good Samaritan vibes here. Good Samaritan vibes. Someone who's also really not afraid to live on the edge or do what is like forbidden. But remember, Khaled, you've had thousands of lives. So this is just one particular one that we're showing here. But I will say, I feel like you didn't last very long. Like, I'm not seeing old age here. I'm feeling like you pass kind of like around the age of 40. So there's not much life, but it's a fulfilled life. It's full. It's a full body. You did a lot. People knew who you were. And I'm going to say another thing as well, too, Khalid. Um, there was some unfinished business with a woman, okay, in this life. I feel like she's untouchable to you. You can't access her. I don't know what that means. I don't know if she is out of, it's a society thing, like one is rich, one is poor, or one is royalty, one is not. But it's kind of like the love is forbidden, but there's enough of an impact made. And I don't know, maybe you understand that. Maybe you've met her again in this life. But it feels a little tragic to me. It feels like the type of love that cannot be. This is sad a bit. This is a bit sad. Give me one card, please. On this love. Yeah. Secret crush. Admirer. Attraction. Suitor. Butterflies. That helps to understand myself a lot better. There's a woman, I feel like you're male in this past life, by the way, you're male. But there's this woman you can't have in this life, and it's a bit daunting. It's heartbreaking because nobody else compares to her. So you do kind of like leave out this life, like kind of like you're always a bachelor or alone, because once you meet her, you can't really like do anything with anyone else or move forward. She makes that much of an impact, but you change the trajectory of timelines as well in this life. You actually change everyone around you timeline. So this is huge. This is huge. And you may kind of in this lifetime understand that you're kind of bold, you're brazen, and in this life, you're different and you're not willing to kind of settle. Like you've got some attributes that I feel like are coming into this life in the way of like, your certainty of what you want. Like you're not willing to go against it, or it's like you're adamant about what you want, you're particular. But you could even have a humanitarian heart at the core, okay? Yeah. Are you a hopeless romantic? I don't know. I feel bad. This lifetime is kind of sad. And I feel like every lifetime you're looking for her as well too. You do have a twin flame. You do have one. If you ever wanted to know, you absolutely do. Let's get one more card from this deck. So that's interesting, right? Because I said to you, I felt like you passed like young, and I feel like that. But this is also the card of like, I don't want to say a wild guy, but a guy who is just like, he takes what's his, he's looking at something he wants, he's sporty, he's youthful. He's always going to be youthful. You will always be youthful, but with this young male energy, okay, listen, even, I'm not saying that you're going to pass young in this life, but you will always be youthful at heart. But he can also be in this deck, that guy that is forever young, okay? But also as well, passionate, doesn't really think too much. He hasn't lived enough to experience enough lessons to kind of like take his time or be, even get into fear. Like you've got this youthful energy that's carrying forth with you even into this lifetime. And you're always going to be like that, like always open to whatever, because usually with us, like as we age, the more pain we experience, the more lesson. I mean, unless we heal, we start to hesitate, but not you. You will always be forever young. Okay. But there could be also something that's connecting you to sports or cars in this life, because I'm even seeing here with the Chariot, that can be a vehicle as well too. You could have been a person who was very into, motorized, or, whatever it may be. This other past life, be careful as well too, because we can have reoccurring timelines. Like we can have timelines, parallel timelines. So I may not even be picking up on the past. This could be you right now in another timeline. Okay? Okay, good. I'm glad it resonates. All right. One moment, everyone. Okay. So I'm going to do Esther for 2, and then we've got Tanny. So let's bring forth the messages that Ray needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. So first question, what type of lessons will I likely learn in my next romantic relationship? Okay, let's see what you'll learn. So you're definitely coming off with that 5 of Swords already as a lot more stronger going into your next relationship than you ever were. And I'm speaking of mentally, because that's a Swords card, okay? Mentally, you're a lot more, with it, okay? Hold on. Let me just get them all out. Oh, wow. Look at that with the Empress. Wow. Looks like you've grown. You've definitely grown. You're not, okay, what lessons? I'm actually seeing, as opposed to you experiencing the relationship and learning a lesson, I'm seeing more the beginning, before you get into it with that person. I'm seeing you, it's almost like I got that stop sign up, like, no, like, I'm not for this. I'm not with this. Cutting ties a lot more quicker than you would have before. But it's interesting. I'm also, okay, so there's that. And then I'm also seeing a little bit of risk taking. Maybe with the 7 of Cups, not really knowing what to do. Like there's a little bit of an issue between the mind and the heart, because I do see somebody who's going to come in, who's going to make you feel like you've been swept off your feet. That could trigger something from the past of feeling like that's happened before, and where did that get you? Kind of fear. It could kind of invoke some fear, okay? Because I feel like here with the 10 of Wands, you've dealt with this before. Like you've felt like in love, or someone, it's like swept you off your feet before. So there is going to be a bit of like risk taking. What lessons you'll learn in your next relationship is maybe to go for it. Go for it. See where it takes you, as opposed to before, not really, maybe it didn't pan out, or maybe you didn't want to go forward with it because of what it did, like what it did to you, okay? There is self-love. Yeah, there's like 2 things I'm seeing here. Something about before getting into the relationship, like spotting and seeing the signs and deciding, okay, this is not for me. But then also someone comes along. So there's going to be a few suitors. I need you to know that, okay? I also see someone else coming along who's going to stir up romantic feelings, in which you remember what this felt like before. Now, I don't know what you learned in that one. We're not here to talk about that, but there could be some trepidation about moving forward. But I feel like you move forward with it. And I do feel like it could potentially go in the same direction as the past one, but I feel like you do a lot better with it. you do a lot better with it. You kind of see. So the lesson is that you see the lesson as opposed to the confusion before. But there's so many different timelines for you. I also feel like with that King of Pentacles, you're going to be attracting someone towards you that is a lot better equipped than what you've dealt with before. Let's just get like a card on this. Family, generations, children, ancestors, and origin. Yeah, I think you're definitely going to be encountering soul family. Something that feels like out of this world, unexplainable, something you had before. Let's do one more. Yep, there you go. New love. And it will feel childlike. It will make you feel very young. It will make you feel like, oh, you know, be careful with, I don't want to say be careful. You approach this new love in a very different way than you did with the other one. Maybe you detach yourself and you allow the universe to do its work and you don't get so involved with it. But many different lessons will be learned with the next one, but even before they start, which is really cool. Really cool. Okay. I think you're going to be just fine. Let me move forward to your next question. How would Spirit like me to use my intuitive gifts? Okay. So how would you like Ray to use her intuitive gifts? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. 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 Right. Right. Wow. And I know what your gifts are. You know, I know this already. It's not like I don't. So this is really, really interesting. Looks like you need to be definitely using them. You're very psychic. You're very intuitive. You know, this is the card of the reader. And we've got, yeah, I do. You told me about it, about reading, right? King of Wands, you got to take some sort of action on this gift and share it with the world. I know with the Five of Cups, this can sometimes be draining. It can sometimes feel even like it's not something you're exactly comfortable with. But you really are here. Again, oh my goodness, the moon. The moon clarified by the Queen of Wands. Again, two very psychic cards as well as this one here. So there is this connecting with others and helping others. Kind of interesting here with the Death card and the Ten of Swords. I guess whatever you were using your gifts for has been put on hold. But you know what I like about the Death card? What I like about the Death card is it talks about cycles. Okay, so, you know, it's just a cycle. You'll pick up on this again. But you definitely need to share it with the world. And with the Star, clarified by a Five of Swords. This could take you into a whole new direction. And I can't read on all the things it's going to like lead to. I mean, it could even lead to someone coming into your life. I don't know how, but okay, just bear with me. But you could actually, with the Star card, change the trajectory of your life by doing this, by picking this up again. Psychic, 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 psychic. This needs to be explored. This needs to be shared. People need you. People need you, I heard. Now, with that being said, don't do whatever I'm telling you to do. You do what you feel guided to do. But you look to me like there are people who like just, they have these gifts and they keep them to themselves. But with that Two of Cups, I just really do feel like you have to go and help others. So please consider it. Please consider it. This could be an abundant career for you with the Queen of Pentacles, but this could also bring you down the road a lot of things that would be beautiful that you, I'm not saying you wouldn't get things that are beautiful if you don't read, but you'll just never know. But this could even bring in a particular person, which is interesting, right? Yeah. That's how it needs to be shared with others. But I'm getting psychic all over the spread. It's not just even about what you told me. You've got a lot of cards here that point to using your psychic senses, okay? You need to help others through them, and you can help people through tarot readings. I mean, come on. I mean, it depends on what type of reader you are, but you know, with me, I go real deep, and I even, you know, talk about or help people on their ascension, with their ascension journey. You're going to love, by the way, my reading on Patreon coming out on Monday. You're going to love it. I already know you are going to love it. But this is sorry, psychic reader, seer. This is what you need to be doing, okay? All right. Okay. So I'm going to move to Tanny. Hey, Chetra, I feel like I'm very much in the unknown about my career, building a business, but still no money. Working on one idea to get it across and get sales. In the meantime, I applied to some colleges, but I'm still in the unknown. I'm going to get into, am I going to get into any college or not? Could you guide me on whatever? Okay. So let's bring forth the messages that Tanny needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What does Spirit want her to know about her career right now? Very emotional time for you. And I can see here it's just taking too long. But not only that, there's a lot of thought going into this contemplation. You know, you are maybe even feeling like all this contemplation is just, it's taking too much time. And that sucks as well too with the Two of Swords, because you're just not, I feel like, being guided to the information that you need. Maybe you're feeling like right now the universe is not guiding you, but it's kind of interesting with these additional cards. You look like you're going to be fine. So listen, with the Hermit card on here on the bottom, I don't know if you feel like Spirit has kind of like left your side, but with the Hermit being on the bottom, this definitely points to you having all the answers within, and that you can figure this out on your own. What I would say, you're welcome, right? What I would say here is, there is a place that's perfect for you, but I'm wondering what it is that you want to study. I'm feeling like whatever you're choosing may not be what your heart's desires, or there could be something else that is out there that is, you know, for you. And I don't know if it's that, like, it's another subject that's more interesting. Listen, okay, there's so much here. King of Wands clarifying the Two of Swords. Don't worry about the business. It will happen its due time, but you're kind of being tested right now. You need to keep going. You know, you need to not focus on the fact that it's making money because, you know, just a little bit more time with the Four of Cups. You're currently manifesting a lot, but, you know, it's going to take some time. You will be very abundant, but there is, this kind of points to me, the college, okay, the place you need to be. More research needs to be done, but I'm just wondering here in regards to kind of like the subject. Because I feel like here what I'm seeing is another place that has something to offer that is a little bit more creative. But I don't know if you're there to let me know what I'm seeing here. Because I do feel like there's a place for you. It's just, but the business is also there for you as well too. Like as far as evolving and growing and doing well. I mean, even the Empress is a great card for business, and so is the Ace of Pentacles. Like, be careful with the Five of Cups, because really, you know, it's like opportunity is yours. Money, the money is here. It looks like it's actually being handed to this person who is crying, you know? But like with the Five of Cups, I feel like we may be even focusing on too much on what's not happening. And, you know, really forgetting that we need to kind of stay strong about this because, listen, things take time, you know? Death card tells me this is just a cycle. This is not something that will remain with you. You will move forward. You know, with that Two of Swords, you know, I know you're saying that there's no money, but it's just, it's not a forever thing. There will be. And you will get into college, but I'm sorry, it needs to be something creative. So like, I don't know where you are. I would love if you could write in the chat, but I just don't know what you're looking to study. I just feel like there's a perfect place. You just haven't found it yet. You know, it's there for you. My net got disconnected. Okay, my question to you, Tanny, is what are you trying to study? Like, what are you in the unknown even about the subject? Like, are you in the unknown? I interviewed. Is that it? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're writing. No, I have applied. But is that subject what you want to do? Like, really true to your heart? Is it really what, because that could be what the stall is. I don't know. I don't know what like the MBA means. Is that a master's degree? But like, what type of category? Like, what subject is this? Because that will give me more in understanding what this is over here. Because I feel like you're going to get offered something, but I don't know what the field is. That Page of Cups even talks about the offer. MBA, the course name. Yes, I want to do business. Okay, great. That's good. That's what you want. Okay, business can be creative. Okay. I'm not worried. Now I understand. I'm not worried over here. So you will get in. There will be an offer. Even the Page of Cups talks about an offer, but there may be another interview. I don't know. Or there may be a little bit more, like, again, everything is pointing to more time. I think you're just battling up against time. I get you're calling it the unknown, but I think it's just time. There's the offer as well too here. I'm not worried. I'm just not worried here with this spread. That's even an offer as well too. And look, Nine of Pentacles, abundant, abundance. King of Wands is also an offer, but with the Two of Swords, as it's clarifying, Two of Swords talks about not enough information right now. So even I can take that as a reader And I can be like, at this moment, I don't even have enough information to make, like, to know exactly, but it does look like it's pointing to time. Will the business idea work too? Yeah, you got to scroll back. I read on that. Your business is fine. Same thing. You're just battling up against time. Don't quit anything, please. Like, you could literally, like, the day you quit could have maybe had a viral something the next day. Like, this is all just pointing to time. Death card, cycles. Looks like it's dead. It's not. Look, looks like it's dead. Then it starts moving. You see that with the Chariot? You gotta maybe in the meantime figure out how to do better with how you feel about time frames. Okay? Say to yourself, I don't care if this takes me 2 years, you know? I do have a white chance since you mentioned it. Okay, Joanna, just put it there. Tell me what your name is on PayPal, please. Because I got a payment from someone, but it doesn't match your name. You're just battling up against timelines. Everything is going to be fine, but scroll back because I talked about the business. I'm going to go into your next question. What is this? Why is the, like, what's going on here? Why can't I see the whole thing? Hold on. What the heck? Okay, I'm for some reason not having access to the whole question here. What is this? Oh my goodness. I don't know why I can't see this. Hold on. Okay, my mother's asking, she is asking that her marriage relationship, okay, does she know you're doing this? I just want to make sure because I need her consent. Oh God, I hope that doesn't drop. She is asking that her marriage relationship is very bad. He keeps on fighting, no communication in 20 years, and the husband is blaming her for her affairs, which she doesn't have. She wants to understand why does it happen. Seems to her in-laws do black magic and it's going to get better in the same lifetime. Okay, that's a lot of questions. Anything that comes through. Okay. I just want to know, is she aware of this? Because I need her free will. Yes, she is with me. Okay. Hi, Jaylen. Let's bring forth the messages that Tanny's mom needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Oh, wow. Okay. Tanny's mom. You, at the end of the day, after receiving this reading, you do whatever you feel guided to do. Do not make any decisions based upon my reading, but what I will tell you is a few things. You have stayed way past the expiration date, okay? Universe wants to talk about the fact of what's waiting for you on the other end of this relationship. You are really stagnating yourself by continuing to be here. But in the same breath, you're always learning something. So it depends on how you want to look at it. But the other thing I want to tell you is that you're dealing with a very explosive individual. I don't know that this necessarily has anything to do with you as far as like there's something wrong with you. And when this person has their outbursts or their meltdowns or whatever their personality issues are, it has something to do with you. I think this is more about them. I've got an explosive character here, okay? Not only that, I don't really like the King of Wands sitting on top of a Three of Cups as well too, because something makes me feel like this is more than just an explosive personality. This is maybe even somebody who is a little like a philanderer or a looker, like, but unhealed at the end of the day, okay? Because if he was, healed, he wouldn't be doing any of this. Your advice here is to kind of pull yourself out of the small picture and look at it from a big picture and ask yourself, like, what is this showing you? I think this is showing you, or whatever you're experiencing with this person is it's more about you. Like, what are you settling for? Like, what is this showing? Like, when they don't love you, are there aspects of you that are not loving you by continuing? Now, I am not going to ever advocate for like a separation or divorce. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying. So you, at the end of the day, have to do what you feel guided to do. But they are really pointing to the fact that there's a lot of abundance and opportunity and a wonderful life waiting for you on the other end of this. If you think you're going to change this person, you're not. This is an unhealed person with a lot of like trauma, or I don't know what. Like, you've got the Five of Cups here. Someone with like a lot of inner work to do. You can't help somebody do inner work. You just can't. You can't even ask the universe to help you with that. Like, it has to be a self journey. Okay. There's even another man that's waiting, I feel like, on the other end of this. And I don't care how old you are, okay? As long as you're living and you're breathing, I don't care if you're 90, you have an opportunity for love. But you've got somebody here who's on the other end, once you take action, who's a little bit more equipped with the King of Pentacles, more secure, more predictable, more ready for commitment, more stable energetically. I don't see anything about in-laws, but what I do see, like, I don't see anything about black magic. And be careful with that, because if you believe in that, you're literally giving it power to do what it's supposed to do, okay? What I do see is a family that may have enabled them, or there could have been like the pointing of the direction of the Knight of Cups is from the family. So when I talk about an unhealed person, a lot of it could stem from their family or a family that enables them. And that could be very dangerous, when a family is enabling somebody, because, they're not going to be with you on this, right? Like, if they, like, we're more mature, they may band together with you and talk to the person and say, hey, you need to, do X and Y and Z, or respect your wife more. Do you get where I'm going? But I just feel like you're not going to have the family on your team. Okay. More. Okay. Charming, manipulative, karmic, being tested. What did I say? This is a lesson, definitely a karmic, but we've got a person who's coming across as a player. Now, don't worry about the player. This is more about, I feel like, unhealed, okay? So that's where I'm going to leave it, but this doesn't need to be like as big as you may be making it. I feel like this is about you, like, more as opposed to them. What are you willing to stand for? What are you willing to deal with? Ask yourself these serious questions, but just know that this person is not your last bus, okay? Okay. Oh, give me a moment. Okay. So, okay, where are you? Are you, okay, Joanna, I got your payment, Jaylen, but there's one person in front of you. So, Joanna, can you tell me the name that you paid under? Where did Joanna go? I'm gonna give Joanna like 1 more minute, and then I may have to skip to Jaylen and then come back to you. Like, I don't know if people are getting booted or what's going on. Okay, I'm skipping to Jaylen, and then I'll come back to you. Jaylen, are you aware that I have that tier on Patreon where you get a 10-minute reading with me every month? I just want to let you know if you know, because I don't know. I noticed you're more here on my lives, but I'm just putting it out there. Like, you don't even have to respond. Just an I thought, like, I have a 10-minute reading tier with me every month. Okay, there you are, Joanna. All right. But what was your name? Can you tell me what you paid under? Like, what's the name you paid under PayPal? I have to make sure of that kind of stuff, you know? Just tell me the first name. Is Cedric loyal to me at work? Are you saying he's from your work? What does that mean, at work? Is he somebody you work with? Or what do you mean by is he like, is he a love relationship or is he a business partnership? What is, oh man, I can't wait around. I can't, I gotta go soon. Okay, I'm gonna give you some time to write everything. Tell me the name that you paid under on PayPal and give me a little bit more in regards to who Cedric is. Is he a business partnership or is he like, why did you add at work? Like, is he a love interest? I'm gonna go to Jaylen. So let's bring forth the messages Jaylen needs to hear, not the messages he wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to him. What does he need to know for the month of June? Have you started something? Are you starting something? What is this? Have you met somebody? Like, I don't know if this is mom and dad. I don't know what's going on here. Because you got the Emperor and the Empress. Are you starting something? Like, are you looking or thinking about starting something like a new venture or a new business venture? Like, I don't know what this is that I'm seeing. Like, all signs say go, but I don't know if you're like just planting the seed about it. That's amazing. Amazing. I see that here. This is really, yeah, I can see with the moon, you know, there's a little bit of like, it's like a little muddled, you know, like it's a little unclear. But like with the magician, you definitely have the gift and the talent to do this. It's just getting, and don't worry. But in June, they talk about, look, even the hangman is here. And this is a business card too, with the Empress. Like she starts like businesses. She's a great card for business. She births creations. I see some movement here. I see some movement, but I also see some networking. So I don't know if you're talking to others about it or it involves talking to others about it or joining up with others. This looks really good. Like, I feel like we get something off the ground in June. You're also going to, I feel like, be furthering your finances. Your finances will be, I feel like there'll be a boost, okay? And I don't know if this is just even the thought of making money or if it's like physically the money. Three of Wands is a visionary, and it's like he's seeing the ability to make some money. You're inspired in June, Jaylen. You are inspired, and I feel like you're gonna be, I see you writing stuff down. I see you thinking. I see you putting a lot more action into this, but I feel like, are you going at this alone? I just want to ask you, are you going at this alone? Okay, Joanna, you answered my first question. Great. Can you answer the next one? What do you mean by, is Cedric loyal to you at work? Is that a business partner, or they work with you and you're in love with them or something? Like, I need more clarification on that. Yeah, this could be joining a company. There's the offer as well too, to join another family, symbolically, like a family, like a new company. But I'm glad that you responded because, you know, with the Magician, now that I understand why it's so poppin', June is so poppin', because it's not just about my business that I want to start, that I'm making leeway on. This is also, I feel like, another opportunity. So I understand the boost. He works at a restaurant. He's my husband. Okay, got it. Thank you, Joanna. Give me a moment. This looks really good. I want to see if there's anything else I need to tell you. So I'm going to grab another deck. You're like on a roll. And with the Magician, you're feeling really good about yourself. I even feel like with the Moon too, there's more psychic abilities coming through in regards to your finances, and that you're going to very much appreciate. Who wouldn't appreciate that? And let me tell you, yes, your psychic abilities can come through with respect to finances. It's not just about, you know, predicting events, okay? More. Holding grudges. Yeah, you can. You can, Asen. Holding grudges. Independent. Self-obsessed. Is there somebody right now you're kind of like, I don't even want to use the words not on speaking terms, but there's some awkward energy? Something energetically, maybe even to that you need to move away from, or even this doesn't have to even be somebody. Just because there's people on the card, it doesn't technically mean that it's a person. It could be a place, an environment. Maybe you're walking away. Is this what you're walking away from one company to go to another? Is that okay? I mean, you take it how it is, but I love this card, self-obsessed. I love this card for you. I'm telling you, there's going to be a huge shift for you in June in the way of, it's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about my nutrition. It's all about my money. Jaylen is going to start to focus more on Jaylen, because something tells me here, you know, you don't want to settle anymore. You just want the best of what life offers, and you want to chase your dreams. So you are going to become, starting June, a little bit more obsessed with yourself. And I love it. I'm loving it. Okay. This is not selfish. This is selfless. Okay. It's time to free yourself from everything and anything that, you know, you feel like is holding you back. Okay. I will say one thing. If this is a person, I really, really would leave them alone. I really wouldn't try to reason. That's just kind of what I'm seeing through my third eye. They're telling me there's no way you can reason with this person. they're kind of like dead set on what they feel towards you. There's no compromising with them. But this could also be like an energy of like your environment, of where you are and where you want to go. Okay? So feel good about yourself, Jaylen, because where you're headed is going to be a lot more opportunity. And not only that, room for growth. Okay? Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to Joanna now, and then it is going to be Empress New Groove. You're welcome as always, Jaylen. And I still think about that submission that you entered. You know, the tutorial assignment. Like, you don't even understand how many things are coming true. So many things. I'm currently wearing the black glasses that you predicted. Like, I just think you should start considering reading. Like, it was so specific. Just good job, okay? Yeah, Asen, I said you can go ahead. Okay. So let's speak to Joanna. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Now, whatever comes out in these readings, understand that this is for entertainment purposes only. You are not to attack anybody or go after anybody. You know, like, everybody is innocent, okay, until proven in a court of law. And this is not a court of law, okay? So Joanna wants to know if Cedric is loyal to her at work. Why did I agree to do this reading? I should not have agreed to do this reading. Oh man. Okay. Let's just get a card from a different deck to see what it says. So what I will say with this reading is that I'm not entirely sure if the person's acting on it. Okay? That's what I will say. I cannot give my stamp of approval if this person, and there's your husband right there, is acting on it. Okay? I don't have any cards that would indicate that. Now, I do think there's a person. Yeah, there is a person that's quite tempting there. Okay? We got a high priestess. She's right here. He is attracted, but I think he's maintaining himself. So I don't know how you feel about that. What I can say is that I've been married for 17 years, and like, just because we're married doesn't mean we're dead. Okay, so it doesn't mean that we don't notice other people. But I can't confirm that he's acting on it. So even if it's just that he's attracted to somebody else, that I don't know constitutes as being disloyal, because I've been married for 17 years, but if I see a guy or I think someone's attractive or their energy is attractive, it is what it is. I find their energy attractive. You get where I'm going? So I do like that the Four of Swords is here, because I feel like there is this wanting to put a hold or fight the devil, which would be the tempting, right? The tempting energy. Even that strength card on the bottom talks about, you know, having strength about it. So it may not even be that hard for him to, you know, resist this person. But there is a woman that he finds attractive. Okay. We've got the family card here, generations, children, ancestors, or origin. This is also a really good card to pop out because it talks about his family being important to him. You know, you, okay? I don't know if there's kids involved. It doesn't matter. It's just, this is you. But yeah, even with the Eight of Swords, this talks about restricting oneself. So I can't, again, I'm going to repeat, I cannot give the stamp of approval that there is any action being taken on this. I personally don't even think the girl's aware of it, okay? Or even likes him back. I'm not going to say that, okay? But there is someone that he finds attractive. But again, he's not dead. Just because he's with you, he's not dead, okay? That's where I'm going to leave that. I'm going to move on now to Asen. And let me just check over here. Okay, so Asen and then Empress. If anybody's watching and wants to get in now, because I usually close, I close it up. You know, I'm probably going to be closing it up within the next half an hour to 40 minutes. So let's bring forth the messages that Asen needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What would be the next big event in her life, which is coming up? Okay, what is the next big event coming up for Asen? Oh, wow. Now, remember, you said, what's the next big event? That could be in 5 years from now, you know? I am attunement. I am open still. And if you get in, you would be, after this reading, there's one more person after this, and then it would be you. You've got that relationship coming in. You've got a relationship coming in. Yup. And look at that. Aw. Aw. Don't ask me about time frames. Okay. Now, listen, I'm not saying that other events can't come up, but you never know. Maybe Spirit wants to talk to you about this. Look at that with the surrender card again. You know, that's the same type of message we got last time. You know, same message we got last time about letting go. There's going to be this shift, I feel like, that happens with you, and it's very least expected. You know, there's nothing you're going to have to do to find this person. This is not, you know, online. This is in the physical, and this is a past lover. And I'm not talking about a past lover in this reincarnation. I'm talking about in another one. This is soul family. And yeah, this will move very quickly with the Hierophant into proposal, marriage. You know, I'm wondering here with the Two of Wands if this may be an overseas or like this person's from a different country. I don't know. But don't worry about that. They are your person with the Four of Wands. Give me more on this since we can see here. It's even here. Wish fulfillment. With respect to a very balanced relationship. Aww. Aww. Soulmate. Twin flames, soul contract, soul connection. Oh, past lives. Interesting. I just said that. This person will make you believe in fairy tales again. And another thing, they will make you believe in like good people. They're a very good person, very good person. And they want you. They're not interested in others. This is not even somebody with a philandering eye, okay? No philandering eye, like very loyal, very traditional. This is the next big event. And, you know, I could even read this as a marriage, like a wedding. Yeah. And with the Two of Wands, you may have a wedding in one country and another wedding in another country. I can't get over this Two of Wands with him holding the world. There may be two of something, you know, two weddings. This feels nice. Okay, well, let's just like ask this deck if there's something else, you know, besides this. Set up to fail. Laying it on thick. Okay, I've got independent here on the bottom. Okay, don't worry about the physical assault card, okay? This could just be what feels like, I don't want to use the word an attack, but it could be, you know, you see how like that piece of wood is just going after that, you know, eggshell, which is very sensitive, you know, it's just, it could be what breaks the camel back type of thing. I think this has something to do with your partnership, okay? I think we're going to really try to make this work. And I'm talking about that business partnership. I remember your reading from last week and they pointed me in the direction of this. I think we're going to try to make this work, but I think we're going to eventually go independent. Okay. That's also a next big event. You know, it's even a 5 card. So there's going to be some sort of change, an ending and change, ending and change. With something that feels like it's going to just be a little bit too difficult to try to achieve. Set up to fail is, it's kind of like I'm trying to make this work, but I just can't. So I got to go independent. Okay. That's also what I'm seeing. Okay, Empress is next, then Latasha, and then Loved Ones. Just give me a moment here. Just want to see something. So Empress, I wanted to tell you, I'm going to tell you now. I actually talked to Empress. She's becoming a friend. I am, okay, at 4 o'clock, I will have completed a 72-hour fast. Let me know on Instagram if you've ever done that, like fasted. I'm getting into it. It's amazing. It's just been amazing, the benefits of it. But yeah, I wanted to tell you that. I will have at 4 o'clock, which is in like 1 to 2 to 3 hours, I will have completed a 72-hour fast. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I could do something like that. But yeah. And I really do feel like it's very much connected to spirituality, ascension, you know, growth, you know, journey. This journey we're on, fasting for some reason plays a big part of it. Just everything, you know, when you change your food, all of that. Okay. I liked the reading you did the other day about what I attract versus who's my match. I want to know who's my match. Okay. So let's bring forth the messages that Empress needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. You know why I'm not cranky? 21 days? Wow. I mean, I think it's doable. The reason why I'm not cranky is because I've been eating really good, like before I did that. Like for the past 5 months, I've really only been eating fruits and vegetables and like light stuff and maybe once a day. So that's why I don't think it was that hard. Loved one is attunement. Okay, perfect. Who is Empress's perfect match? Okay, spiritual connection for sure. Needs to be a spiritual connection. I think I lost Empress. Yeah, this needs to be like, you're not going to meet, I don't think you're going to be doing soulmates or twin flame, not twin flames, karmics. I think you're going to be going way more elevated here. You need also, I feel, what the heck? How does the Empress card always come out for you and your name is Empress? So your perfect match is actually on your way to you. They're on their way to you. This is like, actually, we're not even talking about a theoretical thing. Like this person's actually on their way to you. Now, when, I think in a year from now, I'm getting like around fall of 2026. And this is someone who's going to mirror your journey with the Hermit. Mirror your journey. They will have similar stories. I do feel like they're going to be of your background, 100%. And they will have a lot of the similarities of what you can resonate with. Like, oh yeah, I went through that. And it has something to do with the organization or with the Hierophant. The type of, how do I put this into words? Like, oh, like, okay, Empress, you know what I'm talking about, right? With your community. They're going to be like a very tightly knit, maybe not from the same tribe, but under the same community. And they will have the same thoughts and feelings as you, as far as maybe even fleeing from it or taking what's good and leaving the bad or what they think is bad. This will also be a healed person. But I also feel like this is going to be, someone who's very mentally strong. Very mentally strong. I don't know if you've dealt with like depressed men before or men who didn't know how to get out of their own way. This guy will know how to get out of his own way. He's really sharp mentally. Like he knows how to rise himself out of any situation. So I don't know if you want to equate that to an optimistic person, but I'm seeing that as well. That's going to be your perfect match. But also somebody who has a lot in common with you. And he's on his way to you. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Fleeing it for sure. Okay. You see how fast he's running away from this? More. Okay, so unexpected, surprise, unpredictable, shocking, unusual. Okay, so this is going to be very unexpected when this does come in. But I think you're going to have your mind blown. You know, I know you're asking for your perfect match, but like I'm kind of like being directed to this one person who I feel like is already on their way. Let's get more. Oh my God, he's psychic. He's psychic. He's into all of it. He's into all of it. He's psychic. He's got permanent. He's totally into all the things you're into. And he's willing to have those deep conversations, you know? He's willing to explore it. He will pick up a tarot deck and do a reading on you. Like, he's not afraid. That part of his masculinity is not like, he's not afraid. He will not be like, oh, that's, you know, he won't mock you. He'll get right into it with you. Let's do one more. Text message, communication, news, phone call, direct message. Now, I'm not going to look at this as what's, you know, how he'll reach you. I'm going to read this symbolically because you're asking me about what is your perfect match. We've got communication. This is a text message. This is about communication. He's going to call. He's going to be very direct with his message. Okay. So, you know, like not a guy who's like beating around the bush and you have to like figure him out. He's very direct, and he's really into communication. So he's going to be chatty. He's going to want to talk, but he's going to be very worldly. We got the news here. He's into that. He wants to talk about what's going on in the world. He keeps up to date. He's not like with his head in the sand. Not only that, hold on. Hold on. He's very psychic. I think he also gets the messages too. Okay, I heard something. I really don't want to say that. I don't really like that kind of stuff, but I just got the zodiac sign Aries. I heard Aries. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm not into that at all, but I have to relay what they're telling me, okay? Chitra, you still taking questions? I am. I will be closing it down very soon, though. I got to go back and see how many people, because I'm about to do that too. It's heavy on my mind. I have dealt with guys who are stuck in life. And yeah, no. This guy is really like a breath of fresh air. And he's open. He's open to all kinds of like different things. Like, I'm going to tell you another thing. He's of your culture, but he has that gift, like the you know, like the cult, this group of people you're from, you know how they are like, okay, I don't want to go as far to say chosen ones. I actually hate that word. But you know, your people were sent here, right? For like the ascension of earth, like they were the ones, right? Like I've talked to you about this. He's got the ancestry with him, like his pack, like nobody's business. And he's you know, if you took like a thousand of your people and you put them in a room, he is more connected to the ancestors than the other ones. The other ones, like, and he respects the culture, but it's just he doesn't respect like the politics of it, or maybe where it went haywire. But he's connected to the ancestors, like the ancestors channeled through him. And my eye vision just went blurry. My eye vision just went blurry. I've never had that before. I don't know what that means. My eye vision just went blurry. And no, it's not because I'm starving, because I'm actually not starving. I'm doing great. It's not because of the fast, guys, okay? I don't know what that means. My eye vision just went blurry. Okay. Yeah, so like, I'm excited for you, but you deserve this. So, you know, it is what it is. You deserve this. This is like what you deserve. Like, take it, like, love it, run with it, you know? Everything that you've been doing has led up to all of these great things coming into your life. So just bask in it, you know? It's a part of the rewards of, you know, doing the work and getting on the path and honoring thyself, right? Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so Latasha, then Attunement, then Jaylen. Let me just see where I'm at right now. I probably have time for like 2 more and that's it. So just anybody who's listening, if you want to get in now, because I'm going to shut it down. Okay, so Latasha, let's bring forth the messages Latasha needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Now, you're asking if you and Jamie will have a successful marriage. Now, remember, marriage is not a joke. It's like, I've been married for 17 years, so I can speak to that. You're not going to have like sunshine and roses every day. It takes work, okay? So whatever I see here, if it sounds negative to you, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not successful, okay? So let's talk to her about Jamie and this having a successful marriage with them. So just like what I said, you know, like wishes fulfilled, but you know, you're going to be growing and Oh my God, I just said sunshine and roses. You're not going to have sunshine and roses every day. And you've got the sun clarified by the Three of Swords. Oh man, Spirit, you're funny. You're really funny. Okay, so listen, I heard the word prosperous. Prosperous. This relationship has the capability to really grow, okay? Oh, okay, are you Latasha L? But anyways, this has the potential to grow exponentially. I'm serious for the both of you. Not only that, whatever family you bring in together. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to be having children, or I don't know if it's even the people around you, okay, around this marriage. But this is with the Hermit, 100% a connection that you have attracted in for your growth, not just for yours, for theirs. Listen, I like the King of Pentacles here. I really do, because that tells me he's going to care about, you know, when you are like coming to him and saying, hey, like, I don't like what you're doing. Please do this better. He's going to want to work on it. He will actually have the respect. Some people are like, F you. I'm not doing anything. You're not changing me. You're not my mom. Okay? I don't see that here. I see a person who's like considerate of your feelings. Okay? You will have to be strong in this connection, but you will have times with the Queen of Cups where it could drag you down emotionally. But is Jamie a man? I'm just curious. Is Jamie a man? Because if Jamie's a man, like, this is actually quite normal. You're going to be drained from a man. I don't care how perfect they are, okay? Nothing against men, but again, I've been married for 17 years, okay? My guy's pretty close to, like, you know, I don't want to say perfect, but he's definitely an evolved man, okay? Okay, so, like, you know, that's just kind of like me trying to put a realistic touch on this, because you will go through the fire. You will have your little moments with each other, but there is this energy of it being also just as easily resolved, okay? But absolutely, this is successful. Definitely has the potential for that, 100%. Let's get more. So don't be scared. We've got legal matters. We've got justice, divorce, balance, and judgment. Don't worry and freak out. This is an oracle card, and they've put a bunch of words at the bottom because they want you as the reader to, based upon the previous cards, feel symbolically which one you're feeling. And I'm feeling this is more about balance and judgment. You guys will learn a lot of humility. You will learn even about judgment, like towards each other, but you will also come to a happy medium. You are going to be there may be a while, it may take a while, like a few years to get into a good balance. But once you are, it's great. Let's get more. Okay, we've got player, we've got charming, manipulative, karmic, being tested. Don't worry about the player, a header. I'm taking this as he may have some ways, and this is not about him cheating. He may have some ways that are going to need to be, you know, like polished. Okay. People can be manipulative, and it doesn't mean that it's in a bad way. It could just be like, oh, come on, make the sandwich. You make it better. Can you make the sandwich for me? You make it better. Or please do my laundry. You do it better. That's manipulative. Okay. You will be tested with this man, but there's not one woman who's in any marriage who's not been tested by her husband. Are you kidding me? No. Sorry. If that's not true, then like, I don't know what kind of relationship. It's just not normal. Toxic relationship. I'm really loving this, Spirit. I'm really loving this. So we've got fighting, codependent, misunderstanding, trigger. Don't worry about the header. This is what I'm talking about. There will be fighting. There may even be this need, or you will learn throughout the relationship to dissolve codependency. Because I'll tell you another thing, most husbands do become codependent on their wives. It's normal, okay? Misunderstandings and triggers. So you two are coming together for a reason. But I think this is great because you're learning something and you're learning how to be two better individual people as a whole so that you can become two individual people wonderfully as a whole together. I'm still sticking to what I'm saying. This has a lot of potential. Okay? I will definitely make a sandwich. Yeah. I still do it too. I still do it. I still do it too. Yeah. I love cooking. I love cooking. I'm actually a really good, I should put people are like, you should put your recipes. I have like 35 of my own. But yeah, like I still do it too. I love that, you know? I love feeding my man. I don't know. I love it. Anyways, yeah, I'm happy for you. Get excited. This feels nice. It feels warm. Okay. All right. I have to just get up for a second. I got to close down my stuff. Give me a moment, guys. One moment. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. All right. Isn't that better than receiving some bullshit response of sunshine and roses? Isn't it better to see something as realistic? I think it is, you know? All right, so let's go to attunement. Let's bring forth the messages attunement needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Now, attunement, may I ask, are you female? Okay, perfect. So if Mike tries to re-engage with her, should she give him a second chance? Now remember, you do what you feel guided to do at the end of the day, okay? Okay, so there he is. He is going to re-engage. I just don't know when. That is a very slow-moving card. Oh, yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back, honey. Oh, yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. After maybe a while of like, or whatever felt like it was a pause, he realized he's made a mistake. That is the card of a mistake, like feeling like you've made a mistake. He wants something. Oh, geez. This is going to be difficult to answer because I just feel like the cards are really pointing to something positive here. But I really, at the end of the day, even though I'm getting that, want you to do what you feel guided to do. But this looks like to me like he wants a relationship. He wants to commit. Oh shit. There it's like wah wah. Yeah, I just read your chat. your message. Give me a moment. I don't like the devil there. Okay, so that just changed everything for me. I still believe he's coming back, but I feel like it's under a false pretense. So I feel like this is what he's showing, but really deep down with the devil, it's not as it seems. It's a bit manipulative, and I don't like the devil as well too, because I don't know if I'm being maybe even motivated to pop back up, because there's something sexual here as well too, like wanting to be sexual, or he remembers something about you, or he's attracted, or it's like I want to pull back, but something's gravitating me because there's a force in me that is turned on by her, or I like her body, or whatever it may be. So, yikes, this changes the whole message for me. What I can say is that if you give them time when they approach back or try to re-engage, if you just even give them a few weeks, you will very quickly see what their intentions are. This person will be a talking mouth when they show up. It will be very believable as well too. And they may be on their, what do you call it? Like good behavior, like checking in, calling, you know, like just looking, but give it a few weeks, maybe a couple months. And then maybe it could be revealed. But I feel like somebody is like showcasing all of this greatness, but really deep down, I want something from you, you know. Let's see what these cards say. These cards will give you more. Give me more as far as this Mike character and what the intentions are, or, you know, anything you think she should know about him. Fear. Afraid, uneasy, suspicion, scared. Okay, so I'm not really reading that as fear. I'm more feeling like this is tread carefully with this person. They will put on the greatest show. And it's interesting with the Knight of Pentacles, because that can be your Virgo, right? It's like a pentacle, but Knight of Pentacles, no, we want a King of Pentacles. We don't want a Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there's also something changed within you that's going to be a little off, like talking to them again. Something that's changed in you. And I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. I think you're equally as turned off by them as they are of you. So you may have burped in front of them and they're grossed out, but it's like you're as grossed out by them too, because it's like, who cares? Like, who cares? Friends, acquaintance, trust, support, and loyalty. I think you should be friends first when they re-engage, or be an acquaintance. Like, I think you need to tread carefully. Let's do one more. Let go, release, give it up. Yeah, I don't know. They're saying you should surrender this. And I'm not saying to the universe, I'm saying let it go, period. Because I mean, if he's turned off by a burp, what else is he going to be turned off? I mean, if you actually had a serious relationship with someone, you're going to see things. You're going to, I mean, like, I don't know if I want to be with someone like that. Like, that's a little too much. That's a little too much for me. I don't know. I mean, it depends on on the context. I don't really know in what context you did it, or how long you had been dating for, or how long you had been talking for, but I think they need to grow up with the Knight of Pentacles, because, you know, you're going to see things, it's part of life, you know? Yeah, I personally don't think that you needed the reading, because I think when they come back, I think there's something changed in you. There's something changed in you that like just as equally turned off by them. Okay. So tread carefully is my answer. I think this person will do a really like an award-winning performance when they come back as to kind of all the things that they're gonna want and how they'll be behaving and stuff. But underneath it, there's something that stinks with the devil, and it could be sexual. It could be, I don't know, you know. So yeah, that's my answer. Yeah, eh. It's a little lax for me. Okay, Jaylen. C and I had a dispute recently. Will we make up again? Okay. Let's bring forth the messages that Jaylen needs to hear, not the messages he wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to him. So C and him had a dispute. Will they make up again? Yes, but it will be held against you and it will circle around again. Maybe not in the same format of what you disputed over, but this feels to me like resentment. So with that Judgment card on the bottom, they're currently trying to figure out what they want to do about this. You're welcome. They're currently trying to figure out what they want to do about this. They are self-reflecting on what happened, but they do feel judged. And look, there's the fight itself. With, you know, it caused a little bit of chaos between the two of you. But this person will soften up. But I am going to tell you that this will reoccur again. So I don't know what it is that you fought over or you disputed over, but I don't care what your making up is going to look like. It's like we make up, but there's still like this tension. So even though we make up, I'm still holding on to a grudge. Oh, is that the person you had the grudge with in the previous reading? That's interesting. It was so petty. Yeah, you can think it's petty, but you know, to someone else, it could be a huge deal. That's the problem when you got two people, you know. To one person, it's like, I mean, look at the person who just got read before you, right? It's like, really? You stopped talking to me because I burped? Like, really? You know? But to the other person, it was like a huge thing, you know? So I don't know. I'm going to say yes, but they're going to hold on to something. They're going to hold on to resentment. This will circle around again. This will circle around again. Now, as far as who makes up with who, I'm not really getting that, but it kind of sucks because it's like someone who doesn't want to let go of it. Like, we got a stubborn character and they won't be able to move past this. This will happen again. This will happen again. It's like when I can't let go. Yeah, you will make up again. That Three of Pentacles tells me that, but it will cycle back. There will be another petty thing. I would give this person time. Okay, give them time. But it's interesting. I'm also seeing that whatever you disputed over, they need to look. It's actually being popped up for them to look at it. So this is not really about you. This is about them. But you see, unless we're on a spiritual journey, we're not all thinking like that. We're not all thinking like, okay, when we have a fight with somebody, what is this getting me to see? What is this showing me about myself? Nobody's going to think like that unless you're on a freaking journey and you know about all that stuff, right? So this is actually whatever you disputed over is actually trying to show him something about himself, because I can see here with the King of Swords, he's a bit rigid, okay? He's a bit like in his thinking.
He could be a little bit too tightly fused. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's like wound up, bound up. He needs to like chill. Um, but I don't know that he's gonna do that. He may just point the finger at you. It may just be you. It's you. It's you. It's not me. It's you. You need to change. We got a stubborn character here. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, you will make up, but this will pop up again. Sorry, Jaylen. It's kind of like a bittersweet. Like, yes, but you will continue to have issues. Oh, goodness. Okay, so Jamie, I feel very stuck in career. Like there's a block of some kind. Is there something I'm missing? What do I need to know? Okay, Jamie, are you there? Let's bring forth the messages that Jamie needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Can you confirm if you're male or female in the chat? You're welcome. Oh, you're female. Okay, perfect. What's going on with her career right now? What's up with the blocks? What's going on? You are dissatisfied. Oh my God, you are so dissatisfied in career. Okay, so it looks like there is definitely a block because you have a certain wish fulfillment and it's just not being met right now. I see that here. Are you happy at your job? Or what's like, do you work? Like, you look really unhappy with where you're at. There's like, I don't know if it's the coworkers. I don't know if it's the environment, period. You are, I feel like, is it your boss? Like, what is this? Or do you want to be a boss? I feel like what I really want to say is that I don't know that there's necessarily a block. I feel like this may just be about not finding, you know, your place yet. So the block is that you've got something around time frames, or you're focusing too much on what you don't have right now, as opposed to just moving forward and trying to be as positive as possible that you will land something. There is a, okay, now that you've answered that, there is a Three of Pentacles. There is a place for you. But you have to get out of the feeling that you're feeling. You're focusing too much on the fact that you're jobless as opposed to kind of like what's waiting for you. This is really about like your mentality. Because you will land something very soon. You will land something very soon, and it actually looks amazing. So it's just with the Queen of Pentacles, I think you've been waiting too long, and it's starting to like daunt on you. It's starting to really mess with your mind with the Magician. Give me more for her. Like, it's interesting here. More. Caught out there. Like, you really do feel like set up to fail. You feel like you're being punished. You feel like you're like no one, unrequited love, like nothing loves you back, you know, like life doesn't love you back. The universe doesn't love you. God doesn't love you. It's not true. Look at your spirit guides. Keep going. You have to keep going. You could be tested right now. You could be getting tested right now in this waiting period. But I'm going to also say another thing. In the meantime, until you find a job, have you ever considered going out your own route? Because there is a timeline here, a potential timeline for you to have your own thing. That could be even what the Emperor is here for. It's not really a block. It's maybe that your spirit guides don't want you to join a company. They want you to start your own thing. That's even a 1. So new beginning, okay? You will find a job, but new beginning. Maybe you should go your own route. This is kind of what's coming through. But the block has something to do with how long it's been taking, or feeling like, you know, it's just you're getting too ahead of yourself, Jamie. You're getting way too ahead of yourself. This is like a Nine of Swords card. It's like making a mountain out of a molehill. And I understand, you know, like you could be worried about how you're going to pay your bills, or, you know, you need the money. But I just feel like I see something here. Yes, I know there are a lot of options, but you are right about my limiting mindset, I think. Yeah. You have to demand what you want from the universe, Jamie. Are you asking? Don't ask. You have to demand. Okay? But you have to also embody that feeling, like, you know, because the universe can read you. But you have to demand what you want. Okay? But I actually see a job here. It's like right around the corner. But they also want you to take this time to start working on your own thing, because everyone's going to need to do that right now. Nobody's job is safe. I'm sorry. So right now, every human on this planet needs to start getting their own thing going on. You cannot just rely on one stream of income anymore. That's just not where we're going. You know what I mean? But I really want you to start working on your mindset. Okay? Really start working on your mindset, because that could be what is the block. That's what I'm seeing. But you're going to get wishes fulfilled, though. I see it right here. There's movement. Like, even on this card, like, hey, buddy, turn around, you know? You still got 2 cups standing behind you. It's not the end of the world. You will land something. My answer to you, the block is your mindset, but please also do your own thing. That could also be a block. Like, you could be in this meantime making a bunch of money. You just don't know it because you never tried or looked or thought about it. What do you have to offer? What could you today say, okay, well, I'm good at this. I should maybe do this. What could you do? I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's doing someone's hair or selling a product. Like, I don't, like, start working on that. You need to. Never mind if you get picked up by a company. They want you going solo, finding something solo as well. So please consider like an entrepreneur type job, like being your own boss. This could be why maybe even nothing's happening right now, is because they intended for you to have this time right now to work on your own stuff. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you. I just want to make sure now that nobody has purchased. Okay, perfect. So thank you to everyone who showed up. I wish you all the best as always. You guys take care.